The Adam Gravitz Sports Show. Adam Gravitz Sports Show.
What's happening, party people? Welcome to the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. This is Jack. Say hello, Adam.
What's going on, everyone? I guess summer's officially over.
I mean, it's in the general sense, but not technically according to the calendar per se.
Yeah, I mean that's it. But you know what? With summer being kind of over, you know what that means.
Means it's pumpkin spice latte season. Yay.
I swear to I am so sick of pumpkin spice latte.
No.
Shut.
When I was in at the Potomac Valley Shopping Center, I went to Starbucks, got a pumpkin latte, and then I got a pumpkin muffin and a pumpkin bread.
Yeah, good. Get your
Just
pumpkin.
so much pumpkin stuff.
You ruined my.
Got the pumpkin heroin that you wanted.
Since you ruined what I was going to say, you obviously know what it means when Labor Day hits. What does that mean coming on?
It means no more white pants.
We got football.
Football, that's right.
And, I don't know. Where do you want to start? You want to start with college?
Oh my gosh.
A week. There's a week full games in.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess, we had the official week one of college football. Maryland played so sluggishly against Buffalo, won by 3 touchdowns. And then we had your game, which was on Sunday night. It was Florida State.
There were some other games. There were some other big games.
Let's do yours because yours is the better. Let's just do it. Let's go all out. So your Florida State. So let me set the scene, and then I'll give it to you. So your Florida State Seminoles were playing the evil LSU Tigers, and throughout,
I would say a road game. You would say it's a road game.
It's a road game. Yeah,
it is a road game.
Road game. And the Seminoles fought. Now they were underdogs by 4 points. And we're in the lead for most of the game, and then
I will say this: I don't know how much of the game you actually watched. We dominated the game. If you go watching the game, we dominated the game. Like we cost ourselves, but you can
okay. So take us to the fourth quarter. Florida State's driving for the death blow at the goal line, and I'll give it to you.
So basically, let me set the stage. It was about 2 minutes and 25 seconds ago. We were up by 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to waste time. On third down, they decided to try to go for the first down because if you get that, you probably end the game at that point.
The game, yeah.
But credit to LSU, they stopped us. So we punted the ball. Guy fumbles it. And our guy recovers it on like the 6-yard line. So I'm like, I sent a text to my boy. I'm like, oh my God, it's over. So run the ball. Okay. Run the ball again. Second down. Like, all right, fine. Doesn't get it. So we're third down. And I don't know why this play happened. Our coach decided to run a pitch play. Now, we had run it earlier in the game, and it worked fine.
Mm-hmm.
But our guy fumbled it, and LSU recovers the ball. And then I'll get into what happens obviously after that. My thing is this. You have a 7-point lead, and there's maybe a minute to go.
Mm-hmm.
Kneel the ball, or just run the ball literally up the middle.
Yeah.
Game's
two
over.
hands holding tight.
It's a 19-yard, 20-yard field goal. It's 10 points. Game's over.
Yeah.
So we fumble the ball, and I am just in a state of shock. I'm like, all right, they have to go 99 yards, whatever. Florida State decides to play some sort of like weird prevent defense. Prevent defense
only prevents you from winning.
Exactly. Florida State our tackling was terrible. Their quarterback was just getting open. And all of a sudden they're driving. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to lose this fucking game. Or like they're going to get to overtime. They're going to have all the momentum. And there was the second to last play of the game, LSU completes a pass. His knee was in downs. Now, I understand they said, it wouldn't have mattered because the clock stops on the first down. But if they had called the play right, they wouldn't have gotten the play, the next snap off.
Right, it would have replayed. The clock would have started on placement. So
right. So, and they messed up because they said he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
But then they reviewed it, and it was like a 10-minute review, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. And then, so they get one play, and of course, our corner just let their receiver just go right past. So I'm like, it's 24-23, and I'm like, holy fuck. we're going to overtime. I'm already like not gonna be able to fall asleep because my head is, I'm just going crazy. And then the play of the millennium for us happens, and Shaheem Brown, one of our backup corners, cuts in between their punt blocked or their kickoff, the extra point team, and blocks the extra point, and we win the fucking game 24-23. Now, people will say, oh, Florida State squeaked out a win. Yes, they did. But if you watch the game like I watched every play, we dominated the game. Like, it was 394 to 348 in total yards, but they got 99 of them were off of, a fluky drive.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah,
it wasn't close. Like, Florida State.
The final score was close, but you guys dominated the play minus the last 2 minutes.
1 point in the first half, passed on a 25-yard field to go for it on 4th and 2 to whatever. Ran a fade pattern to our 5'11" receiver when we have a 6'7" behemoth, which I didn't understand that play. We there was a lot of points. Like, this game should have been, let's be honest with you, this final score should have been 34-17.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being realistic. I'm not trying to be a jerk to LSU.
No.
But yeah, no, look, in the grand scheme of things, a win's a win. So Florida State would have lost this game the last 3 years. They would have lost it. And I don't know. Does this do we turn the corner? I don't know. The thing that did bother me, and our best defensive player, or one of our best defensive players, came out and said, Florida State's back. We're not back. We're not. I'm ready. It's
a good start, though. Good start.
It's a start, but here's the thing. What do you do in your next game? Because if you go out and lose your next game, then it defeats the whole thing of winning the LSU game.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, we have a bye this week, so I don't have to worry about that. I can watch games without going crazy. But yeah, no, it was a hell of a game. It was a hell of a ride. I said on Facebook, I said on social media, I'm like, the game was drunk. It was just one of those games that it just made no sense. The game just in and of itself made no sense.
Right.
But it doesn't hurt to beat Brian Kelly, who's without Urban Meyer in college football. I think we can all agree Brian Kelly probably the biggest scumbag piece of shit in college football.
Yeah, he sucks. Not cool.
He's just an asshole. He came out and if you watched his press conference, he blames his players all the time.
Yeah, I got a clip here I want to play. I don't think you'll be able to hear it, but it's 20 seconds. I just want to click record real quick on it. Hold on.
That we'll open it up to this late arriving media
he's
crowd.
Trying to call out a reporter.
Enjoyed the weekend. That's usually $10 that we put in.
He's a jerk.
We'll have a big bash at the end of the year at my place.
Oh, is this the halftime one?
And then he said, "If you win, I'll be on time."
It has anything to do with winning.
He's just. It's also I was watching a college football show that I watch, that I routinely watch, and they made a good point. His fit at LSU just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
because he's kind of a dictator-ish type guy.
Yeah.
He's very
LSU historically prefers player coaches, the ones who are to
me, he's the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, he's a dictator.
And I'm not saying he's not a good coach, because I think he is his records speak for themselves. He does a really good job. I'm just saying, I don't know if the fit makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't know if you saw, did you see there was some social media stuff, people making fun of the of his, remember that
fake accent thing? It's Florida State doesn't need a fake accent.
One of our offensive linemen who used to play at Notre Dame, obviously under Kelly, took a shot at him saying, just talking about the fake accent.
Of course, you have to.
Because he just comes off, he's such a prick, he's such a jerk. And like I said, it couldn't happen to a nicer person. Two of their top receivers scrubbed their social media clean of LSU wording.
Completely normal.
When your coach calls you out in the press conference, why would you want to play on that team?
Yeah, it's not cool.
So if both these guys do end up leaving, I don't think they will. But one of them is actually a top first-round NFL prospect, so it's possible he could just say, screw it, and I'm just going to prepare for the draft.
It's not bad.
Because why would you play for a guy like Brian Kelly, who's just a total jerk?
He stinks. So, he killed somebody.
No, it was awesome. It's just Florida State does this to me. They don't blow anybody out. Everything has to be close. It's not good for your blood pressure.
Yeah, I can imagine. Walk me through where your head was, or at least what was the volume level in your house with the 30 seconds to go.
What I did was I muted the broadcast. I really didn't want to hear it.
Okay.
When we got the muffed punt, I was like, all right, this is over. Then we fumbled it, and I'm like, we lost.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to overtime. And then it was just all the, the emotions. When they scored the touchdown, I'm like, oh my God, we're going to overtime. Like, I'm so pissed. We're going to lose in overtime. 31-24, 31-27. Something's going to happen. When we blocked the extra point, though, I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know what to do with myself.
Did you rip your shirt off and run around your house?
No,
what happened?
I just kind of I was texting with somebody. I was like, oh my God. And I just dropped the phone and then I watched some ACC network.
Yeah, of course you have to.
Yeah.
What is nice though when your team does win, it feels good watching those highlight shows.
Of course.
When your team loses, you don't want to watch anywhere near that stuff.
I'm not going to apologize for the supposed fluke win that they would call it. Is NC State apologizing for winning off a kicker missing an extra point and a field goal? No. Is North Carolina apologizing because they gave up 40 points in the fourth quarter?
No.
And won 63-61? No, they're not apologizing. Yeah, it could have gone either way, but Florida State special teams thoroughly outplayed LSU's.
Yeah.
Special teams is part of the game, so I'm not going to apologize for the fact that we blocked an extra point. We blocked a field goal, and their guy muffed 2 punts. Sure, is that going to happen again? Probably not. It happened on Monday. It happened on Sunday night.
That's why we play the games. That's why we play the games.
Apologizing. But yeah, no, Florida State's 2-0. We got a bye, so I'm happy. Mike Norvell, I hope he's turned the corner. So it also helps for recruiting. That's the other really good thing for recruiting. So what other games do we have? We had, unfortunately, Florida beat Utah by 3 points. When Utah's quarterback inexplicably, with going in for the tying, at least field goal, on the 6-yard line, decided to throw a pass into double coverage, and Florida's linebacker made an incredible interception, and they lose. I don't know why you're taking a massive chance like that.
Yeah,
on the 6-yard line when you literally you'll have the field, you have the guaranteed field goal there. Now everyone's anointing Florida back. We'll see. I mean, they have Kentucky this week. I don't know if I don't know. We'll but kind of frustrating. I would say the best performance, though, I think we can both agree, was Georgia.
Yeah.
That was just wow. I mean, do you not agree?
It's dominating for sure.
I mean, that was one of those dominating performances I've ever seen. Now, I think we can also both agree Oregon was not a top 11 team.
Mm-mm.
But it was like men versus boys out there. Right?
Different league,
Georgia, it was an incredible performance by Georgia. They should be the number. I know it's one after 1 week.
They're number one. Yeah,
they should be, but they're not. I think Alabama is still number one. So, hell of a performance at Georgia, and Ohio State didn't look all that great against Notre Dame, but I guess they won. So that's all that matters. Was Notre Dame the 5th best team in the country? Probably not. Probably more like 9. Ish.
I don't think they fell to 9th.
They did, which is probably where they should have fallen.
Or 8th and 9th.
What was weird about Notre Dame was Notre Dame seemed to be cool with just having just scoring 10 points. They didn't really do anything offensively, so everyone's like, oh, Ohio State's defense looked awesome. Well, Notre Dame's offense didn't really try anything.
Right.
It's kind of hard to be how good did they really look? But Ohio State's offense looked awful. I know they lost their receiver early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they had a stable of 5-star kids.
No, they should be able to chuck it up and go.
How is it Brian Hartline can literally recruit every single receiver to go to Ohio State and then they lose? Obviously, yes, I get it. The guy who's probably going to win who's probably the best receiver in the country and is going to be a top 10 pick or whatever. But if behind him all you have are 5-star kids, why is nobody else setting up?
Right.
Or not? Why is nobody else?
Someone should step up and make some plays.
So hell of a first. I mean, this is why college football is the best. In my opinion, it's just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We got a whole bunch more. We got 3 more months of this crap, so I'm pumped. Also, this week we have.
Yeah, we're a couple days away from real live football that matters.
The NFL season starting, so I don't know what you want to talk about. I don't know what you want to get into them.
I mean, we do the thing where you pick the games and stuff. Do you want to do that?
Well, I mean, look, we've got week 1 is upcoming. Yeah, we can pick the games. I mean, we can do a prediction show. Like,
do you want to pick who the final 4 teams are going to be, or do you want to pick how the?
I think in the AFC, it's not easy. Like, the AFC is much tougher, I think, than the NFC. I mean, AFC, I'm going to say the Bills are going to play. I can't believe I'm actually going to.
I mean, the AFC West is just a murderer's row.
I actually think the Ravens are going to make it. I really do.
To the Super Bowl.
Yes, I think no. The Bills are going to make the Super Bowl, but I think the Ravens are going to make the AFC championship.
So Ravens and Bills in the AFC finals.
And the NFC. This is tough. This is really tough. Like, I don't love the Packers, but like, are the Rams really going to make it back-to-back years? I mean, is that what you think?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say Tampa's going to make it to the NFC Championship against crap. I don't know.
I got Buccaneers and Rams in the conference finals, and then I'm gonna go with.
I think a nice sneaky team that I think is going to make that's going to make the playoffs this year that didn't make it last year.
Who's that?
Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why they couldn't.
I don't love, like I said, I don't love the Packers. Like, I know he's done it before without Devontae Adams, but it's gonna be tough. Also, I think this is like, I don't think it's really going out on a limb. I think Philly is going to be really good.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds interesting. I like Buffalo and the Chargers in the AFC.
I think a lot of people love the Chargers. I think a lot of people are loving the Chargers. A lot of people love the Chargers this year.
You get Buffalo and the Rams in the final in the Super Bowl.
You talk about how good the AFC West is, right? But somebody's going to fall flat. Like, not all 4 teams can't go 10-7.
No, you're right. No, they're going to start feeding on each other.
I was betting on one of them to fall flat. I'll say the Raiders.
It's like they do. Raiders going to Raider.
Like, I don't know if you're going to pick one. Like, who do you think would fall flat of the 4? Wouldn't you say the Raiders? Like, I don't love their defense.
There's a lot not to like about Kansas City, though.
But it's still. But here's the thing: Kansas City still, they have that winning mentality. They've done it for years.
You've got the quarterback.
Yes, I know there's no more Tyreek, but like, you've got Juju, you've got MVS, you've got Hardman, you still have Travis Kelce, like, and you still obviously have Mahomes.
I mean, it's always
I
a
understand
helpful
what
thing.
you're trying to say, but like, if I was betting on one to not make the playoffs, it would be Oakland. Or not Oakland.
Oh, Las Vegas, of course.
Yeah. I think it would be the Vegas Raiders. So, my Dolphins, unfortunately, are going to be in a fight all year, I think, for the playoffs. I don't think that, like, they go 9-8 and everyone's going to say, oh, Tua sucks and this, that. Like, the AFC is just so freaking loaded. It's like, there's going to be, 2 or 3 teams that you're going to be like, crap, they didn't make the playoffs. But they're loaded. You know what I mean? Like, It's just, compared to, like, the NFC, where it's, like, the NFC is kind of not a joke, but, like, it's much easier in the NFC than the AFC. So
yeah, I agree.
I'm very excited, but I guess we can do some quick picks.
Let's pick some games. Yeah, let's pick some games.
All right, sounds good.
All right, your opening game is Thursday, 8:20 p.m. in Los Angeles. Yeah,
8:20 p.m. sucks. Like, it sucks.
Well, the game's in LA though, right?
I know, I understand that, but you have to.
You don't want to go to bed at midnight. I get it, and you're too hyped. Huh?
Are you making fun of me? You can make fun of me all you want.
No, I'm with you. No, I'd rather look. Whenever I go to Vegas, my favorite thing is that I can watch the game and then continue my night.
That is the best part. No, West Coast for sports is the best coast by far. I'm not disagreeing with you there. It just stinks when, like, the East Coast gets screwed. Like, even when we're in the mountain, it's fine. Starts at game starts at 6:30.
I mean, other than living in those locations, yes.
All right.
Well, so I get you. 8:20 is late, but you know what? Like,
I'm trying to watch as much as I can.
It's a cost doing business. So Buffalo is at the Bills are at the Rams. Yeah. Bills are 2.5-point favorites.
This is a hell of a game. It's a hell of a matchup. I mean,
this is my Super Bowl preview.
Bills against the Rams. I'll say the Rams pull the upset just because it's at home. I'll say the Rams pull the upset. That's going to be my that's my call.
I like the Rams as well.
But again, I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I think it's going to be a great game. But I'll say Rams in an upset.
I'm with you on the Rams.
All right.
So on Sunday, this next game here, the Saints are at the Falcons. Saints are 5.5-point favorites.
I mean, I'll take the Saints. I don't love their team, but the Falcons are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. Like, I don't trust Mariota. Like, they have 1.5 weapons. I don't know what Drake London is. Like,
or if he's going to play.
He's going to play.
No guarantees.
The Falcons are just bad. I'll take the Saints.
Yeah, Saints. I agree. Next game, the 49ers are at the Bears. The 49ers are 7-point favorites.
I mean, this hurts because the Dolphins need the 49ers to stink to get their pick, but I'm not picking. The Bears might have the worst skill position players in the NFL.
It's not a stretch, and I don't think being at the Bears matters until it's winter.
I don't understand the strategy of drafting a quarterback and then literally doing nothing to help him.
It's like the Green Bay Packers mentality. That's what you do out there.
But it's like literally, you say Justin Fields, oh, by the way, your number one receiver is going to be Darnell Mooney, and his number 2 is going to be like Byron Pringle. Like,
yeah,
what are we doing here? Like, it's like, do you want him to fail? Are you going out of your way to make him fail?
It makes no sense.
So I don't know if like Bears are going to win a lot of games. But yeah, I'll take the Niners to kind of like win like an ugly. And again, who knows what the Niners are going to look like without Mike McDaniel. But and a new quarterback in Trey Lance. But I'll say they win some sort of like ugly 24-13 game, maybe.
Do you like Trey Lance?
I don't know.
I don't know what to think of him.
What if we watch one game of Trey Lance? We don't know if he can throw the ball well.
Yeah, I don't know what to think yet. I'm scared. I'm scared of him.
Like in fantasy football, I have Deebo Samuel. I passed on Tyreek Hill to take Deebo Samuel, and I'm wondering if that's a gigantic mistake because, like,
well, at least we'll get rushing yards out of him.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's going to do that again. I don't think he's going to do that again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of him.
Trey Lance is a complete and utter unknown. Yeah. That's what I think. It's hard to judge him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Steelers are at the Bengals. Bengals are 6.5-point favorites.
So I think this is going to be. I actually think the Steelers cover the spread. The Bengals to me are getting a lot of love, and I get it. Like everyone wants to suck Joe Burrow's dick, and like Jamar Chase and like T Higgins and Joe Mixon and blah 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 blah. But like, I don't know. Like, are you really? Are you that invested in Cincy? You think Cincy's that good?
I mean, there's always the downturn on a team when they lose the Super Bowl, right? Like they always have a fallback, right? Is that like a typical thing?
Oh, I don't think they're going to make. I don't think they're making a repeat back to the Super Bowl. There's no way of that.
I think there's a little bit of a lull they might have. That being said, it's in Cincinnati. It's Pittsburgh. I'm still picking the Bengals to win.
But don't you see like a low scoring game?
They win by like 4, like 21-17 or something.
I see like a 2016 type game.
Yeah,
that's what I think. 2016.
Okay, yeah. I can accept that. Okay, your favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles, or the Detroit Lions, my favorite team. The Eagles are only 4-point favorites, though.
I mean, I'm going to take the Eagles. I think they cover this. I know everyone is all over Detroit because of Hard Knocks, but like the Lions are still they're still
the Lions.
The Lions. Like I think they'll be better. Like they have more talent, and like I like their draft, and all that stuff. Like the Eagles are a very well put together team. Like they did really well in the offseason. Hurts is going to probably take them. I mean, he's the best He's the best worst quarterback, if that makes sense. Like he's not.
We've talked about that.
Like, fantasy, he's awesome because he has to do so much because their running game's not that good. But I think the Eagles win this game.
I agree. I concur.
I mean, I think that the Lions are going to be more feisty this year, and I think they're going to win more games. Like I could see them flirting with 500, but I don't.
They'll be lurking in the muck, waiting to drag the teams to their deaths from their ankles, as coach said. They'll finish ahead
of the Bears. I think that's
fair.
Yeah,
I think they'll win at least 6.
Yeah, I think that's realistic to say.
All right, the game you've had circled on your calendar since the last season was over.
What's
the
that?
New England Patriots or the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are 3.5-point favorites.
I think the Dolphins win this game. We play really well against the Patriots. I'm tired of Mac Jones. Like everyone's sucking Mac Jones.
Yeah,
Another one. Mac Jones is not the second coming of Tom Brady. Let's cut the bullshit.
Correct.
Like the Patriots skill position players are not that good. I I do think Miami's going to take a little bit of adjustment to Mike McDaniel's offense, but I think they win this game. I don't, and that's not me being a homer. I think
they'll find a way to get the ball to Tyreek Hill, and it won't matter.
And Waddle and Gesicki and Mostert and Edmonds, and the offensive line's better. And defensively, I'm a little scared of our second corner position, but New England's not a huge their receivers.
They don't have any receivers. J.C. Jackson might have 3 interceptions.
It's the guy that we've both had in fantasy. It's Devontae Parker.
Right, and we know he stinks.
It's not that he stinks. He's so talented. He's never healthy.
Stinks.
He's never healthy. But yeah, I think Miami wins this game. Miami wins this game.
He stinks.
Good.
All right.
So now, Miami wins.
This is a great game here. The Ravens are at the New York Football Jets. Ravens are 7-point favorites.
So, yeah. I mean, we don't know who the quarterback I think at this point is for the Jets.
No, we don't.
I think it matters. I think the Jets are going to, again, I think it's another team, yes, I think they'll finish in last place in the division, but I think they're not going to be terrible. They've got some talent. I know you don't agree.
They'll be less embarrassing, yeah.
I mean, they had a good draft.
Yep. They have a lot of depth at running back. They have Elijah Moore at receiver.
The Ravens had some of the worst injury luck I've ever seen.
Yeah.
From a team last year. But I think if they can have even just, half of that injury luck injury.
The Ravens are good.
Injury issues happen. They're going to be fine. I think they win this game. I think they're just Harbaugh's a hell of a coach. It's hard to say. He's a really good coach.
Yeah. This Harbaugh is, yeah.
But yeah, I think they win the game. I think
good.
I think they win this game. This could be like a 27-13 type thing, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
27-16.
All right, the hottest game on the schedule, everyone's talking about.
Nobody's talking.
Jacksonville Jaguars at Washington Commanders. Washington's 2.5-point favorites, and that's fine. I'll go with that. I think Washington will win.
I think Washington. I haven't seen them being predicted much to make the playoffs.
But this is a game they can win.
Their schedule's really easy, Washington's.
Now,
I'm not saying Washington's a great team, but Jacksonville has to still prove it to me. I know they signed Christian Kirk, and ETN comes back after missing his rookie year, and Lawrence should be better not being coached by a degenerate like Urban Meyer.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that helps everyone.
But like you said, if you're going to be if you're taking the next step, and I think I don't know if we both agree on this one. I think Ron Rivera is not a great coach. I think this might be
very mediocre. Yes,
I think he's extremely mediocre. I think he's kind of
But that being said, he's the best mediocre coach they've had.
Reasonable year, you have to win this game, and I think Washington again. Ugly game. It's week 1. I think they win the game.
No, to me, it has an energy of 24-21.
Something like I could see that, or 1916 maybe.
I feel really not great at 1916, but 24-21 feels better for some reason.
I think they win the game. I think Washington wins the game.
Yes, they win and cover. All right. The Baker Mayfield Bowl. The Cleveland Browns are the Carolina Panthers. Panthers are 1.5-point favorites, and I think that's
a tough one. I don't think Jacoby Brissett's great, but
he's fine.
I think Cleveland has a strategy to win this game. They still have
grind the football on the ground.
Yeah, they still have one of the best offensive lines. Yes, CMC's back for Carolina, and obviously Baker there. But I'll take. I mean, I want Cleveland to lose because that would knock in a team that is possibly in a fight with Miami for a playoff spot. But I think they win the game. I think they win. I think they win the game. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I think.
I was visualizing this game, and I was thinking about how can I see.
I can see Carolina.
I could see Carolina pulling off. However, I see more scenarios in which Cleveland Nick Chubb has 25 carries and Hunt has 10 carries.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to let Jacoby Brissett throw the ball a lot.
It's going to be a ground and pound and some dump offs. Yeah. It's going to be.
You have an elite duo at running back.
Use it.
You have an elite offensive line.
Just push it.
Seems like the strategy is pretty good. Now, obviously, you would think, okay, well, since we know it, Carolina's just going to crowd the box, which is probably what they should do. So maybe Jacoby Brissett's going to have to take some chances, and
we'll see.
Amari Cooper, who you got for nothing.
Yeah.
Could hopefully step up for them. So, but I think Cleveland wins the game. another drag out type game.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. All right, your Indianapolis Colts are at the Houston Texans. Indianapolis 7-point favorites.
I mean, I'm taking Indianapolis. They got an upgraded quarterback. We got an elite number one receiver, or at least guy that could be it. Like Houston, I think Davis Mills looks semi-competent.
Looks cromulent.
Like kind of like the rookie running back, and Brandon Cooks is probably the most not neglected, but like the most undervalued.
He's underappreciated, yeah.
Underappreciated, like number one receiver. But they're just not. They don't have enough talent, especially on defense, to do stuff. So I'll take it.
I think Indianapolis wins, but they don't cover the 7. I think it's closer than that.
I don't know about that. I think Indy actually can cover.
Oh,
I think
man.
Indy cover.
Oh man! All right, we got some differences here where you can
I
get
hope
the
I'm
points.
wrong. I wouldn't mind if upsets happen in the AFC. So hope I'm wrong.
The New York Football Giants are at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee's 5.5-point favorites. I don't like the Giants.
I don't either, but
I don't love Tennessee.
I don't like Tennessee either. Like I feel like Tennessee, this is going to be one of those. I mean, you talk about getting a ton of carries. Like, doesn't this scream like Derrick Henry gets like 30 carries?
Yeah, smart management.
Like they're not going to let Ryan Tannehill throw. I mean, they don't like the number one receiver is Robert Woods, who's fine, but he's not a number one. He's a perfect number 2. I don't love Tennessee either. This is one of those weird games. Like the Giants had a good draft. Like this is Daniel Jones' last chance. Like Saquon is talking a lot of shit. I so want to pick the upset, but I'll say Tennessee like squeaks it out. But
I feel like the way I see this, Tennessee is in danger of losing, and then they score a go-ahead touchdown, and then get a meaningless like pick 6 to cover at the end.
All right, that's fair.
I think that seems reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Got a brilliant rivalry matchup. Green Bay Packers at Minnesota Vikings. Packers are 1.5-point favorites. This is a delightful matchup.
I'm calling the upset. I think Vikings win. I think Vikings win this game. I think the Vikings, they have a coach who actually gives a shit about offense.
I'm with you on that.
Mike Zimmer, that dude was living in like 1997 with his antiquated ass offense, and he hated Kirk Cousins. And I think Kirk Cousins, I know people in D.C. hate him for many reasons, but like the guy is not a bad quarterback. So like, give him his due. I think Justin Jefferson is going to have a Cooper Kupp type season, especially with the new coach coming from the Rams, who diagrammed all those plays for Cooper Kupp. And I just think they're a sneaky team. Like they've got all the pieces, to make a run. I think they upset the Packers. I mean, the Packers, the first game in the Devontae Adams with no Devontae Adams at wide receiver, like Lazard's banged up. Like Lazard's banged up. Christian Watt. Like I don't know. Like
no, I'm with you on the Vikings.
I'll take the Vikings upset.
All right, another fun matchup here. Kansas City Chiefs or the Arizona Cardinals. Chiefs are 6-point favorites.
I'll take the Chiefs. No DeAndre Hopkins. Marquise Brown's the number 1 there. I don't know. Like, the Chiefs, until prove me wrong. Yes, it'll suck to lose Tyreek, but I'll trust Andy Reid till he shows me
figure something out. They always seem like they have an endless supply of talent for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they have no receivers like Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquise Valdez-Scantling. Still have Travis Kelce, McCole Hardman. They've got talent, and they drafted Sky Moore, who's highly thought of. So I'll take the Chiefs in this one. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't take the Chiefs. I mean, I know your boyfriend James Conner will probably, is he going to have 20 touchdowns like he did last year? No, I don't think so. So we'll see. I mean, he's the king of 3.5 yards a carry and gets 18 touchdowns. So I hate James Conner.
God willing. All right, the Raiders or the Chargers. The Chargers are 3.5-point favorites.
That'll
be a fun game. That's an afternoon game on Sunday. So
I'll take the Chargers. I like what they did on in free agency on defense, getting J.C. Jackson, which is just going to help them tremendously. They've got an amazing offense. Awesome running back, 2 great receivers. Herbert, is a great fit there. They made some moves on the offensive line. I will take them. And again, I don't trust the Raiders defense. I don't. So I will take the.
So according to what I'm reading here, is Jackson might not play on Sunday. J.C. Jackson.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
He had ankle surgery a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure he's going to return. And I inadvertently noted said his name during the Patriots because my brain was stuck in last year, but he's obviously on the Chargers now.
I don't know who's going to cover. I was going to cover Devontae Adams then.
So there you go.
Still take the Chargers, I guess, because I already said it. So I'll take the Chargers.
Asante Samuel, Bryce Callahan, and Derwin James.
No, I like Asante Samuel. Those are good guys. Those are also like slot guys.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I mean, obviously Asante's a Seminole. Like he's a great slot corner.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Callahan is not a number one guy. Like J.C. Jackson is a pure lockdown corner.
Mm-hmm.
He has to play for them too.
Yeah. So apparently he had surgery, and then they gave him a 2 to 4 week timeline, which puts him like Sunday potentially.
I think he plays.
Okay.
Because I think they weren't playing a team like the Raiders who have an elite number one receiver. They might set him out, but I think he plays, and I think they win.
Sounds good to me. I agree. All right. Fun game here as well. Again, this is just so many good games, so many good matchups. Week 1, Tampa is at Dallas. The Buccaneers are 2.5-point favorites. It's the NBC Sunday night game at 8:20. Your favorite time to watch football.
I know, right? I'll take Tampa. The Cowboys are missing some dudes like no Michael Gallup. What's his name? Tyron Smith is out for 3 months. I mean,
there's no guarantee that Godwin plays.
No, I know, but then I think Mike Evans will abuse Trayvon Diggs, who, by the way, is the most overrated corner in the NFL.
There you go.
He had a lot of interceptions, but he also gave up like 1,200 yards receiving to guys he was covering. I'm gonna take Tampa. I know it was a hell of a game last year, but they don't have like if you're Tampa, you can double CeeDee Lamb and make Dalton Schultz beat you. I guess the rookie number 2 receiver is going to beat you? No, I don't think so. So I'll take and Zeke does not looks like a shell of himself. So no, I will take Tampa.
That's fair. I will also take Tampa, and the Monday night game, nicely for us is at 8:15 p.m. instead of 8:20 for you. The Denver Broncos or the Seattle Seahawks. Denver 6.5-point favorites, and that
Denver wins this game by double digits. It's going to be painful to watch. Thank God it's a dud. It's a dud. You can't. There's nothing else to say. It's a dud.
It's going to be a fantastic game for everyone who has Broncos or Seahawks in fantasy.
Geno Smith sucks. Like
you love Geno Smith.
We don't. Kenneth Walker, who's their number one, like one of their top picks, is not playing. More than likely not playing.
Oh, nice.
If you're DK Metcalf, like you're gonna want to just off yourself after like playing with Geno Smith for a few weeks. So no, are you really picking the Seahawks?
No, we gotta pick the Broncos.
This is blowout written all over. This is like 31-13 all over. Written all
Russell
over.
Wilson's big return. Are they gonna cheer?
Russell Wilson's return. You're really gonna pick against that?
Are they gonna cheer for him? Are they going to boo him?
They should. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm picking. I'm 100%.
I think we picked all the games. I think we did it.
No, this is a good one. I mean, this is going to be what we do going forward because, we don't care about baseball. This is a football
Unless
show.
The Orioles make the playoffs,
which it does not look great.
No, today they're winning.
Are they winning today?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were losing.
Winning 5-4.
Right, it's 5-4. I think it's going to be too little, too late for him. But
it's okay.
I think we both agree. I think we both agree though. Like it's going to be a football centric.
That's good.
Yeah, that's that. So those are our picks.
Well, good stuff. Everyone plays.
Fantasy stuff. Nobody cares.
No one cares about fantasy teams. Just we had our draft yesterday. My team got an A+. That Adam got a B+. Just
did I really?
You got a B+ on my site that I plugged it into.
I was going to make the B+. You got an A+?
I did. Now, that truth be told, I used the Rate My Team app from the place where I downloaded my rankings. So, of course, me following their rankings and drafting accordingly would get me an A+ based on their rankings.
Was a B+ like the second lowest grade? That's fine. I don't care.
No, there are a couple pure Bs, and then there's the C+.
But everybody else basically got A's but me? Okay,
no,
cool.
no. I think John got a B+. Alicia and I both got A+ because we had the same cheat sheets. So.
I don't care. Rankings don't mean anything. I think I had a really good rank last year, and I was like last place. So
fair. Okay. Well, for Adam, this is Jack. This has been the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. Have a great night.
The Adam Gravitz Sports Show.